Hello, everyone. I803866SX, and we're going to talk about Compaq LTE Lite Power Bricks, the AC adapter, Series 2812. Now, if you're a real follower of this channel, or a a close follower, whatever you want to call it, you'll notice that there's a video out there like this already, and you're going to ask me, why in the wide world am I making another video on this? Well, I noticed a gotcha last week when I was taking apart another one of these, and there's a few subtle differences. The concept of taking these apart is generally the same, but there's a few gotchas here that's from a capacitor capacity standpoint. So that's pretty much what this video is about. The video I did in November 2020 was with version 129664-006 of this adapter. This guy here, and the other one I recapped, if we can get it to focus here in any meaningful way, is 149179003. This concept also applies to the one ending in .5. I don't have any other ones to compare notes with, so I'm just I'm doing this as we go along. So, what are the main differences here? Well, a little bit smaller big cap, but we don't have to touch that. And the capacitor values are a little different from the one I did in November 2020. Let us do this. So the first difference is two capacitors, 220 microfarad, 35 volt. You need two of those. You'll need 168 microfarad, 35. That's not what I have in my hand, but you will need one. That's kind of that was the one that went bad on my other one that I found a surprise in last week. I'll go find that one eventually. And then there is another one that's hidden in heat shrink, and it's a 10 microfarad, 50 volt. Let's see. Let's go find this other one quick here. So that's the 10. I hope I didn't forget to order those 68s. Oh, it's a 470. Did I forget to order the most important cap of all? Because that's going to be a bummer if I did. Pretty sure it didn't, but no, there they are. Okay, cool. False alarm, everybody. All right, anyway. We don't do much editing on our videos, as you can tell. Low budget operation, whatnot, yada, yada, yada. So yes, we need, and these are a little bit thicker than what I have, but that is perfectly fine. But yes, you'll need 4 capacitors. And best way to get to some of these, you know what, let's do some of this together. That's okay. I will show you the nuances and the gotchas. And so, get to one I can get to, I guess, which is technically neither of them with this screwdriver. Torx T8. That's your friend in this to tear the innards on this one. I think I'm almost on camera, right? There's one. I think there's 2 screws holding this on. And there's one deep here next to the big capacitor, which generally speaking, we don't have to worry about. But if you do go replace it, be my guest or don't. I am not your father. I'm not the cops. Do as you want on that one. But generally, from what I've seen and what others have seen, the big cap is rarely the problem. There we go. And I think now there's a couple tabs holding that on, just like the 129 variant. There's a couple clips holding this on, and this puppy should come right out. Budget tools suggested. We work with what we got. And there'll be 2 of those total. There'll be one towards the LED side and then one on the opposite corner. Okay, this is proving to be an exercise in difficultness, but you can set the shell aside, and you'll be staring at the board here. Now, and I'll do my best here. When you actually do this, I undo this bolt and I do desolder the heatsink because there's just no way to get to these two here. These are the two 220 microfarad 35 volt capacitors. And this one right here is your 68 microfarad capacitor. The last one I did, this thing, when I took the legs off, it stunk so much that the whole room was practically cleared for a good 10 minutes. It was bad. And then right here is where your 10 microfarad 50 volt would go, the one that's covered in a heat shrink. I'm not going to heat shrink my replacement, but that's generally what you want to do. So I'm going to get this off, and then we'll see. Yeah, we'll get these off, and then we'll replace caps, and then we'll give it the old college try. All right, so we got our shields off. On this shield here, I did desolder the MOSFET, and you can just put that back on. And this is the one that goes right here, roughly. And fun little thing, this one was not soldered on, like hardly at all, so we get to fix that. So, but yes, this particular power supply was the same thing as the other one. Oh, sorry, my bad, folks. I'm on camera. Work with me here just a little. That'd be cool. Thank you. Yeah, so these two were no problem. And I think these are, yep, these come out. They don't look leaky. Those two came out with no issue. This one came out with no issue. I can't tell if it's dry or not. And here's the little stinker right here. The moment that I desoldered this cap, although this one does not smell nearly as offensive as the other power brick I did, this one did stink. So it may not be a bad idea. Yeah, this one leaked quite a bit, so I'm going to clean that up real quick, and then we are going to solder away. The other power supply that I did, the cap was completely dry. I cut it off originally, and then I just desoldered the leads, and that's when the smell came in. Oh, okay, now this one's starting to stink. Ho, 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 my goodness, is this one starting to smell bad. Oh my gosh. Get that crap off of there. It is corrosive, conductive. While you can. If you're not sure if your power brick, even if it's turning on, it may be worthwhile to just recap it, especially that 68 microfarad one. Those are the ones that are starting to die on these. I'm starting to, at least in the couple that I did. Yeah, so, ugh, this thing is gross. I don't know if I go as far as they like do an ultrasonic clean on it, but that might be an option too. I don't know how that would interact with power supplies. All right, so I got to clean this hole out a little bit more, but other than that, I just used a desoldering wick. All of them came off really easy for the most part, even stinky here. So I'm going to recap this power supply. We'll see if it turns on. Okay, recapped. Other than the big guy there. Light's not the best in here, I know, but we have our naked cap. We have a nice new 68 microfarad, 35 volts. And we're going to try to do this without killing ourselves. So, moment of truth. Look at that. Lickety split, am I right? There you go. Green light. So this power brick is been recapped. It is good to go. Life is good again. As always, if you want to ask any questions or put any constructive commentary in the comments, please do so. If you like the video, please like. If you dislike it, well, dislike it twice. I really get the message. Once again, thank you for watching. Have yourself a good one.